Hello, you dear people, big and small. This is again the Funny Hat Society, otherwise known as FayeTv. And my theme today is this day in the Icelandic calendar, because it's a little bit strange, and today it happens to unite two, so to say, holidays in one: the Bible Day and the Women's Day. As you might remember, Valentine's Day was just last week, but let's say the big commerce wants some more opportunities to buy gifts for women and to remind women how great they are, and actually also a counterpart to the traditional Bóndadagur, which is a day to honor the men. And the word bóndi means both farmer and husband. Like the word husband itself comes from the Icelandic word húsbóndi. Yeah, and to all women who don't have a husband and who like getting along on their own as well. I say that because I actually don't think much of this dichotomy, like married, unmarried, and men and women in today's time. Of course, you should be proud of who you are, but I personally think we all have male and female elements, and you know me, people may think about what they really need, and if they really need this unofficial holiday and that unofficial holiday to buy one more stuff of plastic that you have forgotten until the next week anyway. Yeah. The other point is the Bible Day. I actually had to do some research why this is called Bible Day, and I didn't find much, except for that this is always on a particular day of the church year, and some priest who wrote something about the Bible called it a wonderful piece of world literature, because it's read around the world and because it's written by so many people and cultures. Good point. My own experience with the Bible is, yes, I read it, but I never take it too literal. I actually even had a religious education teacher who claimed that in the Apocryphy scriptures there is a passage where Jesus builds some figurines in his sandpit and brings them to life. I don't know if that's true. I don't have any Bible with the Apocryphy scriptures, but let's keep it there. Maybe Jesus was an artist already at a very young age. I've even heard the story of a theologist who was an ADHD activist, that Jesus had ADHD. And as you might know, this is a risky trend to diagnose famous people with any sort of diseases, but like whenever someone gets the ADHD label, that means this person doesn't fit into the standard society of sitting still and doing what everybody else does. And I personally think that Jesus did something really good in not doing what everybody else did, because he stood up against social injustice of the time. And I personally don't believe that he did like hocus pocus and healed some people, but rather that he approached the people and told them, you're okay. Like, this familiar Bible passage, and there was a bad spirit who gripped the person and made the person bite the tongue and threw the person to the ground. Has anyone ever heard of epilepsy? And well, maybe, just maybe, Jesus had heard of epilepsy. And maybe he just said, okay, this is normal for some people. And for that matter, I've once seen a YouTube video where epilepsy helping dogs actually reduced the number of epileptic seizures on people by cuddling with those people. So what if Jesus just gave them a super big hug? And like this shallow light here is reasonably intended because I'm quite ill. I just have the common cold, which would not be too spectacular on other people, but I will just have to live with the fact that it works differently on people who have autism and cerebral palsy. The autism, because I feel the symptoms and the pain and so on later than other people, so I do my normal things and I don't even notice I'm ill, and then plop, I'm just in bed for a really long time. And I actually made happy use of my time by watching a lot of documentaries on rare languages and rare diseases, and I was actually happy with that decision. But I have to still, after 35 years with all those conditions, get used to the fact that I almost can't walk when I have a cold, so I have to plan it ages in advance when I have to go to the bathroom. And yeah, so I actually also like thinking about Jesus as sort of a hippie who said that is okay. It just is there. I'm not waiting for some miraculous healing. I mean, if someone really wants to drop by and cook chicken soup for me, you are most welcome, be my guest. But yeah, but I wouldn't take the Bible literal. I would see the Bible as a child of its time, and I would see Jesus as a rebel against a social system, a particular one of the time, that also excluded many sick people, women, children. Like even the story where he put his own saliva in the sand and mixed that and put that on some blind man's eyes. I think this is just an act of saying, okay, you're not yucky, I'm not yucky. Let's exchange the knowledge, we're not yucky. Very appropriate to my nose. So that's why on a Women's Day and Bible Day, I basically would just invite people to show others they are a part of the whole big picture, the whole society. We're not yucky, and we have to work hand in hand with our talents and with the stuff that we even still can do when we're sick. Bye.